just pulled into the driveway, made a little trip to Summit Racing today, and picked up some goodies. You can see back there. Let's pull into the barn here, get this unloaded, and show you what we got. Okay, let's start off with all the old stuff here. That's pretty much got all this sold on Facebook Marketplace. So when after I tear in the engine down, where's my crankshaft at? Crankshaft. Okay, here's some older stuff that I'm no longer going to be using except for the crankshaft. So after I tore the crank out, it's just a stock cast GM 350 crank, stock stroke. But it has been in the machine shop. It has 10 under mains, 10 over rod journals as well. So I'm just going to use that and have machine shop go over them and polish them up a little bit. I will use that flex plate. The timing chain cover there is just a stock stamp one, and it leaked like crazy. I'm gonna get rid of that, and then the stock oil pan. Okay, also are these, I think they're Jags or Summit brand, quote unquote, ceramic coated headers, but obviously they didn't hold, the ceramic coating didn't hold up too well. So I've got these up on Marketplace, gonna get rid of them as well and get something like stainless or something a little bit better, more durable. And then over here is the takeout parts. So the stock Chevy piston, 30 over with stock rod bolts. They're just flat top pistons. They look to me like they got 4 valve reliefs in them, flat tops. Get rid of those. Got somebody coming to get them. The camshaft, I'm going to stick with that camshaft. It is a crane cams or comp cams, excuse me. 294H-10, which is a hydraulic flat tappet, but I don't know the specs off the top of my head, but I think it's like 550 lift, 540 lift, something like that, 110 lobe separation. The main caps are 10 under, so I'm going to get some new bearings for that. I'll probably end up using the stock oil pump because I think it was working just fine. I think my crane or comp cams, chromoly push rods I'll use. And then the 1.5 ratio roller rockers there. I think there's a crane, a knockoff crane with the adjustment caps on them. I've got those sold as well. And then the intake is a Speedmaster air gap knockoff Elderbrock, and then the Speedmaster 190 cylinder heads. I've got those spoken for as well. And then after my trip to Summit Racing. I used Summit Racing on these particular parts. So what we got here is ProMaxx straight plug 225cc runner set up for hydraulic flat tappet with 208 160 valves. They're got these. Eric Weingartner's got these on his website, showing pretty good flow numbers. At the lift my cam makes will be very good. I got an intake manifold on the way as well. And then what we're going to do is upgrade to standard forged rods from Eagle. And then I stepped up a little bit and have a little bit higher dome piston to make it around 10.8 or 11 to 1, depending on what this block measures at, the deck height. But I believe it's factory. I'm going to see if there's some numbers on the last time it was machined. Maybe there was some adjustments made to it. But these are hyper-eutectic pistons, 30 over. I'm going to leave the same bore that I have in it currently. And then some sealed power rings to go with it. So that was my trip today to Summit Racing. Let's see if we can flip this block over and take a look at it, see if we can see if it's been machined or not. All right, let's see what we got. Put my gloves on here. Turn this over. Okay. Take my gloves off. paper towels. Need some brake clean. See if we can clean up the deck here a little bit. See if there's anything stamped on the deck that I can see is machined. It doesn't appear to be, has ever been decked. So maybe we'll take it down a few thousandths to give me a little bit more compression. Don't know. I'm not decided yet. I don't see anything stamped in it anywhere. I think they typically would stamp it over here. Up in the non-gasket surface. I really don't see any stampings anywhere. I don't think it's been decked. I think it's factory deck height. So it's 010 high nickel block, just like the one I just sold. The piston bores look pretty good. There's like a number in the top here. I'm not sure if it's been decked or not. I'll have to have the machine shop check it, but ready to send it. Okay, I wanted to show you an example of why I'm doing this. So these particular cylinder heads, they were fine. These are the 190 cc's, the ones that I bought off a marketplace back in 2015, and I've had them on my car ever since. Made from ProComp, as you can see. Let me grab the gasket. So here's your intake gasket that I had on. These are 1205 gaskets. So if you lay this gasket down on this cylinder, see, I could have done some port matching there to make it closer. Or maybe I don't even have the right size gaskets. I don't know. But when you take this 1205, this is just to show you the size comparison of these between these two different heads. And if you come over and you lay this on top of the new ProMaxx series heads, not even close. And they're freaking CNC ported. Holy moly, look at the difference. Huge difference. This is 190 cc versus 225. Probably going to have to get different gaskets for that. Actually, yeah, they're still too small. The gaskets are. So much bigger, but look at this port work on these heads are fantastic compared to the ass cast of the 190s. Man, I can't wait to get these heads on there. And the valves are bigger too. Excellent. Something else about these heads too that are pretty nice is, besides the awesome intake ports, just looking down at the valves inside the combustion chambers themselves are nice. Maybe you could use a little bit of polishing or a little bit as cast. They look all right. But this is the position of the spark plug when you put it in. It's pretty pronounced, and well, it's pretty flush with the end of it, so you have to index the plugs a little bit, but for the most part, I'm pretty pleased with that. And these are 5-angle too versus a 3-angle of the other, so flow much better. Like I said, I think Eric Weingartner on his YouTube channel said that these are at a 550 lift or 600 lift, they can flow close to 300 CFM, which is really good. So let's get a look at these rods. So these are from Eagle, and these are almost stock, but they're forged I-beam rods. They're bushed. Be perfect for mine with ARP rod bolts. Excellent. Much better than stock. Got sticker, some lube, Ultra Torque lube there. Let's take a look at these pistons. I'll get the box open and I'll be right back. All right, here we go. Speed Pro sealed power Hyper Utech pistons, 30 over. You can run them in press pin fit. I got the bushed connecting rods with the pins, so we're going to go ahead and pin them, but pretty nice piece. Flat tops. think they've got a 5 thousandths or 5 cc dome to them a little bit to up the compression, but 2 valve relief compared to the 4. So yeah, hyper eutectic. Got the coated skirts, set of 8. And then some nice rings. It's getting exciting. Got the Chevelle up on all 4s. I can get it over there. I'm still using my gimbal, yeah. So got it up on all 4s. Got the transmission fluid all drained. Going to put a new filter in it as well. Look at this thing. I'm trying to use it. Got to start looking at the camera. Oh my goodness, that's terrible. It's like flying a remote control airplane or something. So there's the engine bay. Going to clean it all up. Maybe back this thing out when it warms up and polish her up a little bit. I did have an oil cooler in the front. I'm going to yank it out. I think I don't think I need it. I'm just going to not run it this time. Vacuum canister there. Clean up some of the wiring a little bit. Get some new engine mounts. There's my torque converter. It's a 3000 stall torque converter, TCI. Clean up some of this wiring and paint it under here and make it look more presentable. Yep. My fan controller from Jags. That thing works really nice. Yes, sir. Well, that's your update for this Saturday. I'm going to be out here fooling around, get the heater going, try and clean up a little bit underneath the car and make it a little more presentable. Exhaust pipes, I might clean it up a little bit as well. So it's a little bit update today. Everybody have a great rest of your holiday weekend and Happy New Year, everybody. Looking forward to 2026.